I'm Keith Singer. I'm going to describe the form entitled Summons, what it means, how to fill it out, and what you should do with it. At the top of the form, there's a section for the name, address, phone number of the person filing the divorce action or the legal separation action or the paternity action. So if you're filing the action, you're the petitioner, then you're going to put your name and information on the top left-hand side of the form. Going down the form to the center, you need to indicate who the petitioner is. If you're the petitioner, then you put your name in, and then the other party is the respondent, you put their name in there. The case number on the right-hand side center of the form towards the top, you're not going to have a case number assigned until you actually file the form. So you don't have to fill that in yourself, it'll be stamped in by the court. Similarly, the court will stamp in an assigned judge when the case is filed. Moving on to through the form, there's a warning to let people know that it's an official court document that affects their right, that they should read it carefully, and if they don't understand it, they should see an attorney if they can. It goes on to say from the state of Arizona to, that's where you would fill in the other party's name, the person who you're going to file this against, the person who's going to be served with these documents. And then there's some information in the summons. It informs the other party that a lawsuit's been filed against them. A divorce action is just a type of lawsuit. It informs them that if they don't want a judgment taken against them, they have to file a response with the court and pay the filing fee. And if you are served with a summons, then you should know that you must file a response within a certain number of days that we'll get into in a moment, or else a default could be entered against you. Going on through the form, it says if the summons and other court papers were served on you within the state of Arizona, in other words, if you live in Arizona and you're served in Arizona, then you've got 20 days to file your response with the court. If you're served outside of Arizona, some other state, then you've got 30 days to file your response. If you don't file your response, or if you're the petitioner and the other party doesn't file their response, then they can be defaulted, and we'll cover that in another video. There's a section on the summons form that allows for reasonable accommodations to be requested for people with disabilities. And finally, there's a provision at the end that allows either spouse to a marital dissolution or separation action to request the services of the Court of Conciliation. In a nutshell, this allows the court to order one free marriage counseling session for parties who feel like that would benefit them. It's not intended to be used to force someone into a counseling session when there's no prospect of reconciliation or to harass them. It's when there's some legitimate prospect. The court does offer free marriage counseling if it's requested. This document is filed along with the initial paperwork, it's stamped by the clerk, and it's served on the other party.